Hello everyone, you're watching Let's Talk About Prepping. I'm Tyler, your host, and in this video, I'm going to share the Zippo refillable hand warmer with you. This is an amazing product that allows you to have a convenient source of heat with you throughout the day without wasting money on those ridiculous disposable hand warmers. Now, I have never liked disposable hand warmers. I feel that for the cost and the effort, they don't last nearly long enough, and if you're outside in the cold and wet, they just don't do the trick. They really just give you a false sense of comfort. But this Zippo refillable hand warmer really gets the job done. It's sustainable, low cost, and it really is a great item. This is a time-tested design that's been used since before World War I to provide people with a source of warmth and comfort when they're out in the cold, cold world. Now, I'll admit, when I was younger, I thought that this was just a novelty and a gimmick. I thought that it was just a metal case to put disposable hand warmers in. But boy, was I wrong, and whenever I found out how it works, I knew I needed to get one and try it out and share it with you guys. Now, the way that these things work is they convert, through a catalytic process, Zippo fluid into heat without an open flame. This catalytic phase here is heated up until it sort of smolders, and it converts the fluid into heat in your pocket throughout the day. And one fill should last at least 17 hours, as the manufacturer says. Now, the way that you use this, you can fill it using the bottle or this convenient little fill jug here. This lets you know that you're putting in the right amount. And while you can fill it using the jug straight through this fill tip, it's pretty nice to know that you're not overfilling the device. So I go ahead and fill it up, then I use that to pour the lighter fluid into the cotton reservoir of the refillable hand warmer, pretty much just as you would a normal Zippo lighter. After you've filled the cotton reservoir, you put the catalytic face back on it and let it sit for a few moments, allowing any fuel that you've gotten on the outside to evaporate and allowing the fuel on the inside to soak into the face and get it ready for lighting. If you're doing this in cold conditions, or you just want to make the process go a little faster, you can always put the warmer in your hands. What this does is raise the temperature of the fuel inside, and it makes it evaporate a little more readily, which gets the catalytic head ready to light a little faster. Once it's warm, obviously it'll do this for itself, but this will increase the speed at which you can light it just a little bit. After it's been sitting for a few minutes, and once you know that your hands and the unit itself don't have any fuel on them, you can go ahead and light the catalytic face. Now, obviously, for poetic justice, we would use a Zippo product for this, but I find that a torch style lighter does actually do the trick a bit faster. So what I'll do is I'll turn off a couple of these lights and show you guys how that's done. It's pretty simple. You just take your lighter and hold the flame to the catalytic face. It takes a second to get it fully up to heat, and while you can see some smoldering right away, I definitely like to get it just fully cooking right off the bat. That way there's no question about whether or not it's going well. Now, sometimes it will leave an open flame, which is not something that we want. We want it to have a slow smolder. And it may be hard to see on the camera here. We'll see if we can find a nice little zoom on it. There's a slight smell of the Zippo fluid as it's catalyzed in there, but it's hardly enough to notice once you're used to it. It does last for a very long time. I've done a couple time tests, and I'll do so with this one and let you guys know later how long it tends to last. It definitely lasts over 14 hours. And given that they claim 17, that's not too bad at all. With this nice little carry case, it definitely makes it pretty convenient to have in your pocket and just reach and grab for a little bit of warmth. It's already starting to feel pretty warm, which is pretty impressive. Anyways, hope this has been pretty interesting for you guys. This is definitely a maybe not essential piece of gear, but an extremely handy one if you're out in the cold, out in the wet for 12, 14 hours at a time. as I've often been in my life, this is definitely something that will bring you a little bit of comfort and a little bit of practical use. Not only is it nice to have a little bit of warmth, it can be a very handy thing if you're trying to keep a little bit of water from freezing as you set it down for a few hours or whatever have you. Very handy little thing to have, and if you guys want to pick one up, I'll put a link for Amazon down in the description down below. By clicking on that, you'll help the channel out a little bit as it is an affiliate link. Anyways, hope that's interesting. I hope you're all doing well, and everybody stay safe out there.